guys? Welcome to the Big Blue United podcast. My name is TJ. I'm here with Dan and Colin. We had a Super Bowl yesterday.
Cry, Eagles, cry.
Nice.
E-A-G-L-E-S, loser.
On the wave to misery, or whatever the hell they're stupid.
I don't
that
care.
song's
I
stupid.
don't know. Yeah, it's stupid. The Eagles are stupid. Philly's stupid. The fans of the Eagles are stupid. Now you're also losers. Congratulations.
Yeah. You know
Stacked out on top of the rest.
My favorite thing right now is how Nick Sirianni is crystallized into like what the most hateable coach in the NFL.
I love it so much.
He's so easily hateable. It's such a gift. I'm so
wonderful.
looking forward to hating on that guy for the foreseeable future.
Well, I mean, they've got a lot of free agents that are going to be probably departing, and they might blow all of a sudden. So he might be out of a job in a couple of years. So we'll see.
I don't think so.
Like their coordinators are gone. So
they have a lot of really good draft picks though. Somehow,
yeah.
So
yeah,
you got Jalen Hurts, baby, who looks, like the real deal.
Yeah, he's great. But it was just great. I did not think for a second that they would lose that game. And then when it started to look like that was going to happen, my heart just filled with love.
Brotherly love?
Yeah, for you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Thanks,
the only
man.
good thing about Philly is it's always sunny in Philadelphia. Everything else, I mean, I've heard that the food is good there. Is that true?
I mean,
I've never been there. I never wanted to go.
You've never been once?
Never been to Philly, no.
Huh. I mean, I had a fine time the maybe 2 times that I hung out there. It's just kind of boring to me, and you can't really walk everywhere, and they're insufferable people. So.
It's a good music scene.
Yes, that is true. If you separate the sports from everything else, the music scene is actually really great.
I just can't be around those people. They probably smell too. Place probably disgusting. I heard Trump said one time that nothing good happens in Philadelphia. So
yeah, he doesn't lie.
Did he say that?
He never lied.
Yeah.
No, that's true. That's
all right, guys. As usual, please follow Big Blue United on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Oh my goodness gracious! You can follow us, BBU Pod Boys of the Z on Twitter. Download the DraftKings app. Use promo code TPPN. Did you guys do any gambling on this Super Bowl?
I didn't even think I was going to, but when I got to my mom's, since she had the party, did the usual boxes. I've never won anything in my life when it came to Super Bowl boxes, and Steph and I put in $40 and won $250. Won the whole thing. So.
Nice.
You think that's going to help you when the aliens come down out of their balloons and kill us all?
I can give them that cash.
Yeah, I think that'll grease their.
They're gonna be like, how much? What do I need to live? They're like, I'm gonna say about $240 cash.
Yeah,
to do it for me.
I mean, I'm surprised you guys even watched the game with all this going on.
What
meteorites in France and aliens coming down?
Wait, I don't know about this French stuff. What the heck's going on over there?
I mean, I saw it on Twitter. It must be true.
Did you see it on Truth Social?
Oh, that's not. There's a difference between that and Twitter.
Not really. You know what my favorite part of Twitter now is that you can block Elon Musk as many times as you want, but he will always be back on your feed no matter what.
Yeah.
My favorite part about Elon
amazing.
Musk, the Super Bowl, is seeing Elon Musk in the box with Rupert Murdoch. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's a perfect combo.
They were planning our yearly demise and destruction of society. How are we gonna make people's lives worse this year?
I'm bummed that when they showed that shot, they didn't play the Succession music. I think that would have been apropos.
Yeah.
Imperial March might have been good too.
Well, true.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think with all the alien stuff, the only reason that it's happening now is because Tom DeLonge is not paying attention to it anymore. Yeah, he's preparing for a tour.
They were waiting for this.
Yeah. They're like, all right, Tom's off our case. Let's come out.
It's great. I do want to go back to DraftKings because I did hit on something that was great. I was going through all the bets and I found one called Scorigami, and I'm like, what does this mean?
Yeah.
So look up scoregami. It's a score that has never occurred before in an NFL game. And then the next one was the octopus, which was the same player scores a touchdown and gets the 2-point conversion. I'm like, well, clearly going to bet on the octopus. So I hit on that octopus.
Yeah.
I hit on some other stuff too. I think I won like $150 on DraftKings. So
Nice.
You've always loved hitting octopus.
darn right. I'm a big fan of Japanese tentacle videos. You guys know me very well.
Rotten.com again. Are we going to talk about it? Is that where we're going?
I don't. Were we doing that last week? And I know I'd said Drudge Report. I shouldn't say that again. It's stupid. Maybe like let's talk about the Super Bowl. Let's talk a little Giants first because there's a couple things to talk about. One, Brian Dable, AP Coach of the Year, well deserved. Obviously, had it gone anywhere else, I would have lost all faith in the award, the NFL, and humanity because what Brian Dable did with what was an awful roster and no cap space with him and Shane putting together what they did and managing to win a playoff game was absolutely amazing. It's a fun time to be a Giants fan, and congratulations to Big Dabes.
Yeah,
Big Dabes balls.
And I love what he said he was going to do for the Super Bowl. He's like, I'm just going to be a fan. I'm going to drink a 6-pack. I'm going to eat a whole thing of nachos, and I'm going to start my diet afterwards.
I like that.
It's great. That's a real American man right there, and he's going to get on his horse, and he's not going to look like he's going to lose any weight at all by the time next season starts. And as long as his big football brain just keeps getting bigger, I don't really care. Well, I care for his health very much, actually. I want him to stick around.
His brain's just gonna keep getting so big, burst his skull open, like that. So yeah, we can also, if we want to stick on the coaching here, Wink officially out of the running for the Colts job, so you would have to assume he'll be back on the Giants staff, barring a early retirement. And then also it seems that not officially, but Kafka is out of the running for the Cards job. Looks like they're focused on Jonathan Gannon, defensive coordinator for Eagles, and Lou Aramano, defensive coordinator for the Bengals.
I heard
still
there's
running technically, but hey, yeah.
I heard a lot of coaches are scared away from Kyler Murray, and especially the offensive coaches don't want to work with him.
Interesting.
I heard that's a reason they can't land anyone. So maybe they're just going to get the best defensive coach they can find.
Huh.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's true, but that's the rumor I heard.
What about him is just so off-putting? Other than there's those stories about his maturity in the Call of Duty and all that. How much truth do you put on those rumors, though?
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
If there's any truth to the fact that he doesn't study as much as a starting NFL quarterback should, and he doesn't take it seriously, well, that's kind of enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I watched some of the. You guys try to watch the in-season Hard Knocks on HBO?
I didn't get to see it.
I didn't even realize that existed.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It followed the Cardinals in season, basically like a week behind, which was cool. But he didn't. I don't know. He didn't seem that great of a dude. He didn't seem bad.
Yeah,
but he was very nonchalant, and I don't know. I feel like Colt McCoy almost took his job a couple of times, but Colt McCoy was known to do that.
Wow.
You Danny Dimes, you mean?
Oh, I mean with Kyler Murray.
It's Colt McCoy.
Oh, the real Danny Dimes. Yes.
The real Danny Dimes.
Yeah. Like the real some shit, yes.
Yeah. I mean,
the prayer circle.
Yeah, strong.
With that prayer circle, you won't know what to do.
And frankly, it might be something. It's interesting you say that, Dan, because I didn't really think of it from that point of view of just being scared by the whole situation there, or maybe Kafka was just like, all right, I might be able to get a head coaching job in Arizona, but do I want to start my career on that wavelength like this? Not having not perfect, but like an attractive quarterback scenario to build a team around. So, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Maybe he pulled himself out of the running. Who knows?
Totally possible. You know what I saw today too in more coaching news? Rex Ryan interviewing to be the defensive coordinator of the Broncos.
Oh boy!
How about that?
Sean Payton and him. That's not bad. I don't hate that.
You know,
I mean,
I hope.
yeah, I don't know. It's been a while for him.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
long? 10 year? No, 10 years?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, the fact that the Broncos would trade all that for Peyton, I mean, he's a good coach, but they only won one Super Bowl. He had, the best statistical quarterback of all time on your team. Well, other than Brady, I meant, by season.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't
They had a
know.
good
What is Sean
record,
Payton
yeah,
really?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good coach, but like, do you give up all first round picks for a coach? I think the Broncos are in a hole they're never going to dig themselves out of.
Yeah.
Well, not never, but it's going to be a couple years, I think.
I mean, I don't know if he can get Russ cooking again. Sing a different
Cooking
tune.
what? What, like white food?
Broncos country, let's ride. How did he go from being like someone that everybody sort of was like, yeah, Russell Wilson's like the underdog, got a
The
chip in
man.
his shoulder. I love that guy. Look at what he's done with atypical body type for quarterback, late round pick, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden he just became the most insufferable human in the entire NFL.
What was that nickname he gave himself? He gave himself a nickname.
Danger Russ.
No, that was the commercial. But then he gave himself another nickname, like Mr. I forgot what it was, but it's like the fallacy of never give yourself your own nickname. I got to look it up.
Oh, please.
I mean, it's just, that story of him doing like the high knees on the airplane, just like I'm just picturing that and was laughing. Every time I picture it, I laugh in my mind about how silly that is.
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah.
For Unlimited.
Mr.
Unlimited?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
his
so corny.
insufferability is unlimited. That's
Oh, I hate that.
CJ, you're going to be calling yourself Mr. Unlimited at the bar all week this week.
Excuse me, bartenders. No. Excuse me, no. Stop.
Yeah.
If you want anything, you have to call me Mr. Unlimited before and after. You ask for what
the
you
best
want.
part is like, what does that imply?
Unlimited effort. That's what I'm gonna
unlimited possibilities, unlimited skill,
unlimited interceptions.
Yeah, I was just about to say, yes.
yeah.
Unlimited poor quarterback play.
Unlimited no touchdown passes.
Unlimited no touchdown passes.
Unlimited bathrooms in my mansion.
Last thing, Giants news, guys. Cagers were signed. How pumped
Oh,
are you
yeah?
on Cager re-signing?
Dude.
Was that today?
That's today. You pumped in that Cager re-signing?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
pushes
baby.
us over the line. I think that's what we needed.
He was already on the team.
Yeah.
I know.
We re-signed the third string tight end that was already on the team. It's the Super Bowl this year. We're bound. No, but I like Cager. He had some good plays at the end of the year.
He's fine.
Hey, man,
He's
we
fine.
need pass catchers, get some bodies in there. I'm sure the deal is better than minimum. So
And he's a tweener too. He's kind of more of a wide receiver than anything else, anyhow.
he brings
Speaking
in the
of
balls, Colin.
Pass
That's for sure.
catchers. What about one Kadarius Toney?
Is that how we want to start our Super Bowl talk? Is
I
about
think so.
Kadarius Toney?
We are a Giants podcast.
Yeah.
All right,
well,
Dan, that's fine. I will be the first to admit that I stood up out of my chair and yelled, "Go Kadarius, go!" at my TV.
yeah, I didn't. Even though I knew I was more or less going to be winning $250 because of his play, I was not going to cheer him because he is a schmuck forever.
You couldn't cheer on young Joka?
No, that guy is. I was so angry last night just seeing him there. Not that he's winning a Super Bowl. I don't even really care about that. The fact that that thing that I sent you, it was some tweet of some sort about him talking about how, like, as if the situation with the Giants was so awful, and thank God he went to a team that gave him a chance to be himself. No, jackass. You didn't recognize what you had in front of you, and you got bailed out by the Chiefs. And Andy Reid just has he probably doesn't even talk to the guy. He has some interpreter talk to him and, hey, figure out how to play like a human being does and be a good football player and try to not be an asshole for once.
I think he assumes Travis Kelce's the head coach, and he's like, this guy's cool.
I think that's right.
Well,
yeah.
I want you not to be worried about his head because it was warm. I saw him took his helmet off. He had He had his head covered.
He
I
loves
think he was wearing a
Arizona.
hat underneath that head warmer.
It did look a little bit like thicker than I would normally expect a head warmer to look like. But, I don't know what his hair looks like because I've never seen it because he
Yeah.
always has his head covered.
Only in the picture from the draft. That's the only time you've ever seen his hair.
That's true. But I will have to say that punt return was quite good. And, it's fun to, watch him do the things that you wish he was going to do on the Giants. But, what is funny is it seems like most people have they're like Joe Shane had a plan, man, to make the Eagles lose the Super Bowl. And now everyone loves Kadarius Toney again. That's Giants fans. But I can't jump on that wagon. I don't like the guy. I'll never like the guy. I'm thrilled that he contributed to the Eagles losing the Super Bowl. By the way, did we mention that the Philadelphia Eagles lost the Super Bowl yet?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the losers. But yeah, hey, we got a 3rd round pick and the Eagles lost the Super Bowl. I'll take it.
Third wasn't it? I thought it was a 3rd and a 5th or something. Was it just the 3rd?
Yeah, 3rd and 5th.
Yeah.
You're right.
Which is even better. I'll take it. Hey.
Giants have 9 picks in the draft.
Yeah.
Which is good.
I have to imagine some trades will be happening, but we'll talk about draft when we get.
We're going to have this plenty of time to do the draft, but yeah, this is just a post Super Bowl session, if you will.
Bowl session.
Yep, that's right. Tons of ways to bet on all your favorite sports. You can fuel your fandom and feel the heat of the season like never before. Plus, right now, DraftKings Sportsbook is giving customers a risk-free bet up to $1,000. That's right. Make your first bet up to $1,000, and if it doesn't win, you'll get another shot to cash in. That's a good deal, actually. You can throw down in all major sports action for baseball, golf, MMA, and more. Plus, with same-game parlays, spreads, money lines, over-unders, and props, your betting options feel endless. Best of all, DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. You can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code TPPN, make your first deposit, and get a risk-free bet up to $1,000. That's promo code TPPN, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. What else?
I think it was. I have a new. Not that I didn't have the respect before, but I think this really put it over for me for Pat Mahomes, especially being as injured as he was and just toughing out and grimacing basically every play because his ankle was not feeling good. And I'm sort of glad he's kind of the new face of ultimate elite quarterback play in this league. I think that's it's cool. He's got some personality. Sounds like Kermit the Frog. He does some interesting things. And Travis Kelce's insufferable. I love to watch him play, but I hope he never speaks again. I think that would be ideal.
You see that dance in the end zone when he scored?
The stanky leg.
Stanky leg.
Yeah,
I mean, at least it wasn't the gritty. Why does everyone do the same dance now? What happened to doing your own dance?
I don't know.
Travis Kelce, he can get out of here, but I have a feeling he's going to be one of those guys that's on TV every Sunday for the rest of our life.
He's going to go directly into broadcasting as soon as he retires. I do have to say, and we said it all in the room, and then Greg Olson and Kevin Burkhardt basically said it right afterwards, where it's just like, what's not being figured out right now, where literally the guy cannot be covered, period. Like no one can cover the guy.
Just wide open all the time.
Why? I mean, I know he's really super athletic and like an absurd and basically a wide receiver in a tight end's body, but like.
But you get the feeling like they sort of just like him and Pat Mahomes basically just improv every time his route and where he's going, and like they just know where each other are, and he just goes wherever it's softest, and Pat Mahomes can find him every time.
I think they've actually talked about that in interviews and stuff, where it's just like he barely has a route tree. It's just kind of like float around until you find open space.
Yeah, I don't know.
It works.
Yeah.
But what was actually, I think, funny about this game was that you kind of were expecting, the Chiefs' offense to really be, the reason why they won this game. And it was more so special teams and defense.
Spags, baby.
Which is interesting. Yeah, I mean, I looked up a couple of the stats. Not that it really matters too much, but, they were down time of possession by like 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Pat Mahomes threw for under 200 yards. The Eagles had 150 more yards than the Chiefs did. You would never expect a Chiefs team to have won this game if you had been read those offensive stats prior to the game, starting. But that Jalen Hurts fumble and the Kadarius Toney, punt return, that was what won the game. You can't make mistakes against good teams, and especially in the Super Bowl. Eagles made a mistake, and this cost them.
I love seeing Spagnuolo on the same field that he did it 15 years ago. That was such a nice little wrinkle there, and I'm glad he's still doing it. His whole come up after that season, because I believe he was either with us one more year or he left right afterwards. And
I believe he got the Kansas City coaching job a head coaching job after that.
No, it was the Rams, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It was the Rams.
Oh, not Kansas City. I'm sorry, St. Louis.
And he kind of sucked over there, and then I think he realized early that just like maybe I'm not a head coach. I need to go back into just being a DC. So, I mean, he basically jumped on with Andy Reid as soon as he got to the Chiefs, and he's been there ever since. It's great.
I was listening to a podcast on The Athletic, Robert Mays and I forgot the other. Nate Tice. And they're talking about Spags as a key element of this game because the way Andy Reid runs his operation essentially is like Andy Reid's offense 24/7. All he cares about is the offense. He doesn't, for all they know, he has no input whatsoever on the defense.
Wow.
And essentially, he's been working with Spags for so long that he doesn't have to think about it. Like,
That's amazing.
Just, Spags takes care of the defense, Andy takes care of the offense, and it's just, not a concern for Andy Reid.
And that was built even before he came to the Giants. He was, I think he was the defensive backs coach for the Eagles when Andy was there. Yeah, I don't even think he defensive coordinated there. Or maybe he did. I don't recall. But, yeah, their relationship is super long. So they know each other like the back of their hands.
What do you guys think are takeaways for the Giants from the Super Bowl? Lessons learned.
Well,
don't pay running backs.
Well, yeah, I'm glad that's a nice segue into that little tweet of just saying all the starting running backs for the last 12 years or whatever it is. And
I have it in front of me.
Please run it down.
I will. So I have a little chart here. It's a Super Bowl rushing leader and what their base salary is since 2009. So this is not the highest paid running back or anything. It was just the leading rusher in that particular Super Bowl. I'll start on the bottom. I'll do it real fast. So you have 2009, Pierre Thomas, cap base salary, $460,000. James Starks, $320,000. You have Ahmad Bradshaw, holler at your boy, $1.5 million. Ray Rice, $2 million. Percy Harvin, who's a wide receiver, had more rushing yards than Marshawn Lynch, $2.5 million. I think Marshawn was making like 8.5 that year, if I'm not mistaken. You got LeGarrette Blount, $700,000. CJ Anderson, $600,000. They got LeGarrette Blount again. Sony Michel, $500,000. Damian Williams, Chiefs, $1 million. Leonard Fournette, Bucks, $2 million. Cam Akers, Rams, $900,000. Then you got Isaiah Pacheco also in the $900,000 range. So, do we see a pattern here at all, guys?
Yeah, don't pay them, but I do thank you for obviously ending on the running back from Pacheco. Is it Pacheco? Pacheco?
Play some Pachinko. Play some Pacheesy.
New Jersey guy through and through, Vineland, New Jersey, Rutgers guy, and runs so angry. He actually reminds me a lot of Ahmad. Their running styles are very similar. Just like, I'm mad at you, and I'm going to let you know it as I run.
I was going to say the old 44 in the Somers red and black.
Oh,
that same running style.
You mean the Hitman right here? That was my
you
football
yourself
nickname,
a nickname?
It's my.
I gave himself a nickname.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you called me the
Mr.
Hitman.
Unlimited Hitman.
It was, I mean, I don't even know why that didn't translate into football. All I did was hit people.
The ball was secondary,
But yeah, don't pay the running backs. And I mean, TJ and I had a little bit of a discussion with the Oneonta crew today, and everyone's more or less on the same wavelength. It's just facts. You look at that list, and you don't need that marquee running back to get to the Super Bowl. So why would you spend the money on it?
I mean, where was Miles Sanders yesterday? Even disappeared.
Yeah, he disappeared.
Boston Scott and Kenneth Gainwell looked like they were doing
pretty good. Yeah, you know who looked really good was the Eagles QB sneak game. How many QB sneaks did they run in that game?
I don't know, like 10?
6, 7.
It's wild.
Yeah. I mean, it was a very strange statistical game. I mean, you had records being broken left and right. Jalen Hurts had arguably one of the best quarterback, not like a typical quarterback Super Bowl performance, but record breaking nonetheless. I mean,
he's the real MVP.
He tied the rushing touchdowns record in the Super Bowl for Terrell Davis. I mean, first quarterback to do that. It's pretty cool.
Did the octopus?
Yeah. I mean, some of his throws were pretty incredible too. I mean, he had better throws last night than he had a lot of the year, which is good to save it up for them.
I'm not looking forward to having to play Jalen Hurts twice a year for, a decade or something.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to have to get paid, and that's going to make the Eagles a worse team. So,
yep. So, hey, and we got to get better too. I mean, this is only the beginning of this regime. So,
rivalry, a renewed rivalry,
yes.
if you will.
Yeah.
We're going to have to talk about other former Giant, James Bradberry.
Oh,
good job. It was ridiculous. Everybody on earth was like, that was a bad call. This game was awesome. I can't believe they ended it on that. And then James Bradberry goes, yeah, I held him.
Yeah. I love that. I love that so much.
What is wrong with you, bro?
I mean,
shut your mouth. And everyone would be like, oh, man, the Eagles got robbed. And now they're like, well, the guy admitted it. So
I think Adele sweetened the pot. And he was like, James, hit you up with half my salary or something. You got to say you did this. And it wasn't the ref's fault.
Yeah, right.
And then, I saw stills of him, having grabbed his jersey. So it really did happen. Still, I found myself rooting for overtime. I really wanted the Eagles to lose just because I didn't really want such a great game to end like it did. But hey, I'll take the W. And, James Bradberry, as much as we liked him on the Giants, was presumably offered a pay cut and then took half the salary to go sign with your biggest division rival. And then was a part of the biggest penalty of the game that lost his team the Super Bowl. So
great.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
It sucks for you, bro.
And now we enter the doldrums of the NFL year, where we speculate, dream, and make ourselves laugh until something relevant happens again.
Yeah.
What's the next on the calendar?
Free agency.
Free agency. We're gonna have to start doing some free agency preview next week, for sure.
Yeah.
But I want to know your opinion on Rihanna.
Oh, I like her songs. I think she's fine. I was bored. The platforms were cool. I think people are very strange with their fandom of this woman. It's a very odd phenomenon. It was fine. It was whatever.
That was the most accurate description of what I could not have. I have nothing else to say because you just said everything that I wanted to say. And people are weird about their fandom, because I was like saying that I like Rihanna. I like a lot of her songs, but I didn't think the performance was that great. And, I was called any number of names. Apparently, I know we don't want to bring things up like this in this podcast, but, someone called me a racist because I thought Rihanna's performance was boring. I'm not making this up. And I was just like, holy geez, man. Like, I said it, and then the next day I found out, she's pregnant. So, I get it. It wasn't a high energy performance because she's pregnant. I didn't realize she was pregnant at the time I was watching it. So I do owe Rihanna an apology. Rihanna, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I know that my comment really threatened your billionaire empire that you've built with your incredible career and talent.
Well, that's what the confusing part about it was, because she just had a kid like last year, and everyone was just like, "Oh, it's because she's still post pregnancy, whatever." And it's like, no, she's actually pregnant again. I see all these memes and stuff.
I mean, I didn't know she was Irish.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, whatever. It was fine. I think last year's
Rihanna could be one of those like ultra Irish names.
Oh, absolutely.
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Rihanna.
Well, it's like Siobhan.
Yeah, exactly. Like spelt like it's like spelt like Rihanna, but is pronounced like Renee.
Exactly. I don't like when there's a halftime show following the one, like when you have such a high, like what was the Dr. Dre experience last year, and this one, that's what the biggest letdown. And people don't realize how guest appearances are a big deal. And when you don't have them and it doesn't happen, there was any number of those songs that you're like, all right, when's Jay-Z coming out? I know he's at the Super Bowl. When's he coming?
That
And
was
he didn't.
wild that he didn't come out.
Dude,
I could totally if she had done a couple of guests, I think people's perception would have been totally different.
I
Yeah,
think
right.
the greatest thing that could have ever happened and would have destroyed the planet Earth is if when she did All the Lights, if she brought Kanye out.
Oh,
That's the only
no.
guess. Dude, that would have been the most incredible thing in
No.
pop culture history.
Yeah.
It would have blown
We were laughing
everything
too.
up,
We're like,
dude.
when's Kanye coming out?
Yeah.
Oh my God, man. I mean, obviously he's not good for the culture, but that would have just exploded everyone's brain in
Yeah.
half. It would have
Kanye
been
comes
amazing.
out and all the dancers take off those white jumpsuits to reveal SS Nazi uniforms underneath.
Yeah, they're wearing like Make America Great Again hats and shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would have been bad. It would have been like the wardrobe malfunction on crack.
I mean, she played like two of those songs. It was All the Lights and then Run This Town are both Kanye produced tracks.
Yeah.
It's pretty close.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm with you guys for the performance. Like, I thought the platforms were very cool.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
And I forgot just how many just absolutely massive songs she had.
So many hits.
She has so many. Yeah, it's wild.
Crazy. She did play the song that I was talking about.
Yes. She started with it.
Yeah, she started with it, which I couldn't believe because that's sort of like one of the more like grimy, harder hitting hits she has. But
Yeah.
I thought that was well done.
Well, what was the it was revised.
And Umbrella is like one of the best songs ever.
Well, yeah. I mean that I can't believe how long ago that came out. That's
I
like
like the one that goes cake, 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 cake. It does that a couple times.
yeah.
Cool.
Great.
You know that one?
Yeah, no, I actually don't.
It's probably like the second best Rihanna song.
Yeah, so Andy Reid, happy for him. I don't think he's going to retire. I think he's going to stick
Walrus.
around. Huh?
Human Walrus.
Yeah, and it's funny to think about it. We may have mentioned it the last couple of weeks, or maybe even just last week, about how it's fine that he was an Eagle for so long. I don't even know if I hated the guy then, but
Definitely
I don't
did.
now.
Definitely
I think
did.
it's cool. I did think it was very interesting that Andy it seemed in his interviews that he went way out of his way to big up Eric Bieniemy. Like, hire this man someone already. Like, head coaching job ASAP. Like, just, it just needs to happen already. He's been in the running for too long. So we'll see if he ends up doing that this offseason.
Nah, he won't.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we'll see.
Cardinals.
That would make sense.
I think you'll see a lateral move for him, somewhere where he can call the plays as an offensive coordinator. That's probably what's keeping him, stuck in the role he's in now. Be my guess.
I wonder what he does if Andy's calling every single play.
Mike Kafka was behind him, and he's calling plays now.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's what I'm saying. At
Yeah.
least Mike Kafka had 1 year under his belt there to call plays. I don't know. I don't know why he hasn't gotten his fair shake, but he deserves it. It would seem.
Yeah.
Totally.
I don't know. Do you guys want to talk about anything else tonight?
Turnstile's playing MSG. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, with Blink
Really?
182.
Oh, that's with Blink 182?
Sure is.
Oh, that's lame. I thought they were like. I mean, it's cool, but I thought they were headlining it.
No.
That would have been amazing.
I mean, yeah, I bet they could eventually, but no, that's that tour. I think there's a couple other bands on that tour that's going to be kind of interesting. I can't remember right now, but those tickets are impossible to get, so we'll never see it. Which is unfortunate.
What's up with trying to go to concerts now? It's like impossible. I'm just not a big fan.
Not for stuff that we want to see. I feel like anything I want to see, like for the most part, you can get tickets.
You don't want to see Taylor Swift? You
No.
don't want to see Taylor Swift?
No, I don't.
I would. I would definitely see Taylor Swift.
I would have loved to see Thrice, but those tickets went up like in no time. That was so stupid.
That's that.
Who cares about Thrice? They're the only 3 people who care about Thrice.
And that's what's so bizarre about it. It's the bots.
Bots.
Hate
Playing
it.
Dang bots.
Any other football stuff floating around? I don't. I think we'd be remiss not to mention how insufferable it was that they kept bringing more and more people to talk on the pregame show. Like,
oh my gosh, I'm so happy you brought this up, Colin, because at one point I text Colin, I was like, there's like 5 or 6 guys out there. Then Gronk comes out. That was 7 people out there. I text Colin. I'm like, man, they need some more people on this pregame show. I look down at my phone. I look back up. There are 11 people on the Fox pregame show. 11.
And with
What?
all of those people, you can probably let Terry Bradshaw ride off into the sunset already, because why is he given a microphone ever?
Oh, man. Like, I heard someone refer to him as the Charles Barkley of the NFL, and I was like, but people like Charles Barkley.
Yeah, he was just straight up. He's just straight up mean to Andy Reid on
He
the
said,
stage.
"Waddle over here."
Yeah, he said, this is a big guy over here. Come on, waddle over, Andy.
You big fat idiot.
I still like my favorite moment all year with Bradshaw was when they're doing like the pregame show, and in some context, you're just like, if that's what you think, you should just kill yourself.
Oh yeah.
And it just flashes over to Strahan. He's just like mortified. He's like, how do I get out of this?
Yeah.
What do I have to say to fix this now?
He's losing it, man. CTE's a hell of a drug.
I mean, I think it's time to retire Terry.
Yeah.
Before Terry's gonna definitely gonna drop something that he doesn't mean to drop on air. It's not gonna end well for him.
Oh no.
If you were at such a legendary football career, why would you want everyone's memory of you to be like some decrepit announcer?
He probably.
I guarantee you, most people don't know how tremendous his football playing career was.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that whole story.
How many Super Bowls did he win?
4.
Like 4.
No one knows that.
That whole story he was telling me about Franco Harris was just like
buying him dinner.
the most disjointed story I had ever heard. It just jumped all around everywhere. It made absolutely no. About Franco Harris dinner. He loved blueberries. Yeah, he brought me some blueberries. We had those blueberries together, and the fruit's not really blue, even though they call it a blueberry. Am I right? Am I right, Chris?
Yeah.
It's like, yes, Terry. There's no one named Chris on this panel, but yes. Rest in peace to Franco Harris.
Yeah, pour some out. That guy. That was a big surprise when that happened. Really was.
One of the few Steelers that I had a great deal of respect for.
I mean the bus. Gotta love the bus.
I like Bus and Palomalu, obviously.
Yeah.
They had a few linebackers that I don't know if I like them, but they do scare me.
Yeah,
and that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. What else? I don't have much to say.
Are you guys pumped up to watch the Roseanne Barr comedy special?
I think I'm busy when that's happening.
Oh yeah, I'm. I actually have an appointment to pass away when that's on.
What is the promo? It's like, hey, has anyone in here been fired lately? What?
Oh yeah, because she got canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly. She got canceled. Clearly, she's back on TV on the show.
Like, the only pronouns I'm interested in are "get a job" or something stupid.
Oh my god!
Like, is that funny?
No.
Are there like some hardcore conservatives like, oh boy, I really got them there,
yes,
didn't they?
Yes,
yes.
Millions and millions of people.
My pronouns are "get a job."
Yeah.
It's like, what do you think people are doing?
When do you think the last time Roseanne worked was, though?
I don't know. But how is it that the economic center of the world, New York City, was full of liberals, but nobody has a job? Can someone explain that to me? How does that reconcile in your mind? Anyway, I'm done.
Little tangential.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I like I said, see those injustices.
What about the Jesus commercials?
Heated.
Oh, the Jesus commercials were confusing.
Yeah.
Very confusing. I thought they were they were meant to make you think it wasn't a Jesus commercial, and then all of a sudden it was.
So those commercials are put out by a company that's owned by Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby is a very anti-LGBTQ company.
Yeah.
And they created these ads specifically to reach out to LGBT community, liberal communities, to get them engaged with Jesus by actually saying what was in the Bible on TV for once. but it's not going to work.
No, probably not. I mean, there were some of them. It seemed like they put some thought into it, so that's cool, I guess. But then it was just Jesus. So
I bet like in my mind at this point, it's like you tell someone Jesus was a refugee, and they'd probably like want him to shoot him. that's the mindset now.
Oh, America!
Wow, we really gone off. We
Well,
really gone off on a tangent.
Sticker of a pod.
We're starting our off season correctly. That's really where we're going.
Yeah, this is generally like the most unfocused pod every year, if I'm not mistaken. Just we're in like limbo after the Super Bowl. The off season hasn't started, but we're gonna do. We'll talk free agency next week.
Yeah.
Get into the draft. We are contractually obligated to speak weekly, so here we are. We're doing it. Maybe we can just say some appreciation for the people who listen to our podcast because we love you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking with us all year.
Yeah, for sure.
And teams on the come up. So
we're on the come up.
Yeah,
Teams on the come up, and you're on the come up. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, maybe we can get a commercial in next year's Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
Legally United podcast.
Yeah, I think that's possible.
Yeah. How about we thank the guests we had this season? We had a bunch of.
Oh yes, Brandon Jacobs, of course. I'm the Rise of the Black Quarterback author is escaping me. What was his name again?
I guess that counts as the season. That was over the summer.
Was that over the summer?
Yeah, I remember because I was on vacation when we recorded it.
Holy crap!
Jason Reed.
Yeah,
that's Jason Reed.
Yeah, very, very good dude.
That was one of our best podcasts.
Yeah,
it was a good time. Talk about some reality.
I don't think we had any Torm or anything. No Torm.
No.
We had Adriana came on a few times. Thanks, Adriana.
Yeah.
I don't think we had that many guests this year. Maybe we should work on that.
Yeah, maybe this off season we'll do some interesting stuff. Maybe we'll do some crossover with we got to have El Jefe back on eventually. It's been a while. We got some people in the community we need to have the ongoing dialogue with. So
yeah. Oh, I do have some bad news. Is that the medical source inside the Giants office is gone, friends.
Oh no! Wait.
He's moving to Houston.
Is he gonna play or do something for a team down there, or just
no clue?
Job?
No clue. I guess his wife's family's from there. So
is he gone, or are you
gonna in middle of the month? But yeah, no more Giants insider info.
That was a good scoop, man.
That was
this pod is even worse than it was before. Don't worry, guys, because of you and your awesomeness, we're gonna keep going on. And if you need to know anything else, you can email Dan.
Yeah.
BigBlueUnitedPodcast@gmail.com. He'll get around to answering.
Yeah, I'll get to it
eventually. Yeah. Long list.
Yeah, okay.
I answer every single one.
He does.
Promise,
That's true.
yes.
He does. I saw it.
Thank
you for listening. The one. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to follow us at Big Blue United on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, BBU Podboys with the Z on Twitter, the DraftKings app. Download it. Use promo code TPPN when you sign up for some goodies, offers, stuff of that nature. And I love y'all. Have a good night.
Philly.
Eagles lost. Boo.